You clicked on this video because you were tired of being skinny, tired of being called a stick figure, tired of people doing this shit to your fucking wrist. Whatever it is, you're tired of it. You're ready to gain some muscle. You're ready to actually be proud of what you see in the mirror. I'm gonna teach you exactly how to do that in 4 very simple steps. Operation Twig Too Big. As y'all know, or you may not know, I've gained about 50 pounds of muscle over the past 4 years of lifting. Could have been much more if I did it right, but we live and we learn. So that's why I get on here, is to teach y'all the shit that I learned, because I couldn't find anyone who actually fully aligned with my situation. Hard gainers have to go about this a lot differently than normal people. If you eat whatever you want and you can't seem to gain weight, you've always been able to see your ribs, you've always just been very skinny, never had like really an ounce of fat on you, more than likely you are a hard gainer. So I'm gonna teach you exactly how to go about this. I just had a client join me about 2 weeks ago, known him for a while, but he was in your exact position, exact same situation, tired of always being the skinny kid, tired of being made fun of, tired of feeling less than simply because he's skinny, simply because he isn't proud of the man that he sees in the mirror, isn't proud of what he puts in every single day. And obviously that's gonna reflect outwardly. So we're gonna get right into it. There are not gonna be any cuts, and I may fuck up on some stuff. I would pull out a pen and paper, take some notes so you actually apply this. You don't just watch through this video and go back to doing what you are already doing, which obviously isn't working. Nothing changes if nothing changes. But step 1 is going to be the nutrition, because this is by far the most important part. This is why you cannot put on weight. This is why you are skinny. It's not because of what you're doing in the gym. It's almost certainly not your recovery side of it. It is definitely the nutrition. I almost guarantee you, because as soon as I dial this in for my guys, everything changes. So on the nutrition, you do not have to be crazy. You do not need to be a bodybuilder with this shit. All that you need to do is take your current body weight and multiply it by 20. Body weight times 20. This is just gonna be your starting calories. Obviously you could pull out a calorie calculator, do it all that way. You know, you could test it for a week, see what everything is. No, don't even worry about it. Multiply your body weight by 20. I promise you, if you are a stick figure, this is going to work. For this example, we'll just use 140 pounds. So 140 times 20 is 2,800. 2,800 calories, but we need to break those calories down. It's not just calories. You can't just eat whatever you want. We have to find the macros that are going to align with this. So what I want you to do is take your body weight, multiply it by 1. That is going to be how much protein you're going to eat. 140 grams of protein. Now you take your body weight and multiply it by 0.5. 0.5, so 70 grams of fat. Then you're going to take both of these, multiply the 140 by 4 and the 70 by 9. 6,300 and 400, God, I've done math in so long, 560. Hopefully that's right. So 560 and 630, fuck. Add those up, so 1,190, and we're gonna take the 2,800 and subtract that from it. So we're left with 1,620. Should be right? No, it's not right. 1,610. All right? Yeah. I don't know why it's taking me so long. Again, I haven't done math in a while. So 1,610. We're going to divide that by 4 to find your carbs. That is 402.5. We'll say 403. 403 grams of carbs, 140 grams of protein, 70 grams of fat. Obviously the carbs are a lot higher. You will learn as time goes on. Carbs are what fuel your muscle. It is what actually makes your muscle grow, gives your muscle the energy to be able to push itself as hard as it can in the gym. If your carbs aren't dialed, nothing else is going to be. So this is just a quick macro breakdown. Obviously, if you send me your exact information, I'll do this for you a little bit more strategically for your exact situation, but this is a great start, great fucking start. So now you know you need 140 grams of protein a day, 70 grams of fat, and 403 grams of carbs. That's a lot of food. It's a lot of food. So what we need to do is make it easy for you to hit that food. Your best friends are going to be olive oil, peanut butter, Rice, don't go for potatoes, go for rice. You'll be able to get more of it. Ground beef, chicken, obviously, eggs, things like this. Very simple foods, but easy to get in a lot of. So after you found that out, you got your macros, you're gonna make yourself a quick little just meal plan. What you're gonna do for this, so you don't have to buy a fitness coach if you're not in the position, because most of you watching this video probably aren't in the position to get a fitness coach. Obviously that is your best bet. I have a fitness coach and I am a fitness coach because I know, gotta learn from people who know more than you, or you're just gonna know the same shit. You can try to figure it out yourself, but we have busy lives, we got school, we got work. It's a lot easier when you have someone doing it for you, pushing you, holding you accountable. It just makes sense. But what you're going to do is take these macros that you have, put them into ChatGPT and ask it to make you a meal plan. Tell it that you have a hard time eating at set times. Tell it your daily schedule. Tell it how many days a week you're going to lift. Tell it as much information as you can to help it easier make this plan. Tell it what foods you like, what foods you don't like. Good. It'll make you a meal plan. That is just a base. That's what you are going to start. If you go a week eating that meal plan every fucking day and you do not grow, DM me and I will send you $100, $1,000. It's not gonna happen, I promise you. Follow that meal plan for a week. You're gonna grow your stomach, you're gonna get used to eating enough, and then from there, you can really dial it in. You can start learning more about how to time your carbs. How much protein should you be having of your 140 before the gym? How much of it should you be having after the gym? All of this little nuanced stuff does matter, but later on. First, we need to get you eating enough consistently. So that is step one, nutrition. Get that meal plan and stick to it for a week, 1 week, and then you can start learning more, start dialing in. But I promise you, this is pretty much what we did for my client. Obviously, it wasn't ChatGPT. I was building his plan. I found his macros. I did all of that, but it's the same idea. If you don't have a coach, do this yourself. I promise you, you are going to grow. That number is going to go up. Like I said, he's been on the team for 2 weeks. He's up 10 pounds, feeling so much better, so much more confident. His identity has already shifted. It's been 2 weeks. Simple. Step two, it's not the gym. It's actually recovery. A lot of people do not understand that the number one most important part of fitness, of any health goal, any body physique goal, is nutrition, and then recovery, and then the gym. The gym is a very small portion of it. You'll see when I get into the gym part, it's not gonna take any time at all because it is so fucking simple. Recovery is by far the second most important. You need to be sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night. I promise you, if you're sleeping less than that, you are leaving gains on the table, especially if you're trying to put on weight. You need to be sleeping. Your body is growing when it is sleeping. All this shit, you're moving a lot during the day, you're doing a lot of shit. Your body is not getting any time to actually recover, to heal up, to shuttle the nutrients where they need to be. You need to be sleeping 7 to 8 hours. 7 to 8 hours. On top of that, I'm gonna throw water into the recovery. I'm gonna throw creatine into the recovery. If you're going to the gym, you're not taking creatine, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Start taking 5 grams of creatine a day. Everyone should be taking this. My grandmother takes it. Everyone should be taking creatine, okay? Water. Aim for at least 3/4 of a gallon, preferably a gallon, especially if you're taking that creatine, which you should, but that falls into the recovery. You need to be drinking your water, you need to be taking your creatine, and you need to be sleeping enough. That's it. On top of the recovery, we'll kind of intertwine the gym stuff in it. You need to be resting at least 48 to 72 hours after hitting a muscle group. So say you hit chest, you need to wait at least a full day and then hit it the next day. That would be 48 hours or 2 days in between. No matter what, you do not need to be hitting push and then the next day hitting shoulders and arms, because guess what? You just hit your triceps and your shoulders on push. That's only 24 hours of rest. It's not enough. You need to be sleeping, you need to be resting. Simple. Next is gonna be gym. Gym is so fucking easy, it's actually crazy. What I want you to do for this, you can lift 4 days a week, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 100% up to you. What I recommend if you're just getting into this stuff is to start with 4 days a week. Start with 4 days a week and push yourself as hard as you possibly can those 4 days. 4-day split would literally look like push-pull legs and then a upper day, or a push-pull legs and a shoulders and arms day. Or if you wanted more leg volume, push legs, rest, rest, pull legs, rest. Simple, whatever it is. I would say, just to like keep this as simple as possible, I think I've said simple like 100 times, 12 sets per week per body part. No more than that, no more than that. And I'm saying like, back isn't a body part. Back is your traps, your rear delts, your, lats, your rhomboids. I guess rhomboids can kind of be grouped with traps, but you understand what I'm saying. You can't just say 12 sets of back. It needs to be a little bit more than that. If you're only doing 12 sets of back, almost guarantee you're not getting as much as you can out of it, and they're probably going to be too close to each other with how we're doing the 4 days. But 12 sets per muscle per week, no more. It can definitely be less, but no more than 12 sets because of the recovery. The gym is simply the catalyst for growth. All the actual growth happens outside of the gym. So 12 sets a week. What I would do for each movement is only 2 sets per movement, and just make those 2 sets to failure. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and bring up 4 because this is tracking, because it's gonna fall into this. You need to be tracking these lifts. You need to be tracking your nutrition, and you need to be tracking your recovery for the most part. Every morning you wake up, you should be getting out of bed and going and weighing yourself so that you actually know, okay, I'm moving in the right direction. You don't want to be looking at your daily weight. You want to be looking at the weekly average. If you look at your daily weight, you're going to get in your head. You're going to try to change things too fast. The weekly average is by far more important. Probably know this, but if you don't, add up the 7 days of your weight and then divide it by 7. That will be the average for the week. But you need to be tracking all of these. The gym, the reason I said this is because when you are in the gym, once you've made your workout split, ChatGPT can make your workout split. You can DM me, I got you. Whatever it is, very easy. Once that workout split is made, you need to be tracking it. You need to be tracking the weight that you are moving. You need to be tracking how many reps you got. I didn't talk about it, but for the rep ranges, it should always be somewhere between 6 and 12 reps. Don't be doing less than 6, don't be doing more than 12. When you break out of your rep ranges, that's when you up the weight. I can go into that more. DM me if you have any questions, or comment down below if there's anything that I'm explaining too fast. Like I said, I just want to hop on here and talk about this with no cuts, no nothing, just get through it because a lot of people are dealing with this. And also, like I said, if I need to like actually break anything down, it's something that a lot of you guys are saying, then I'll make a whole nother video separately on it. So again, just putting that out there. Track everything. Gym, recovery, nutrition. This is the 3 pillars. Tracking is what puts it all together. You need to be going into the gym knowing what you did last time and trying to beat that. You're fueling yourself enough to be able to push as hard as you possibly can in the gym, but if you're not tracking, you're gonna have no idea. If you are getting stronger every single time you're hitting a lift, you're gonna grow. It's that simple. They go hand in hand. So, easy. 4 steps. Nutrition, recovery, gym, tracking. Puts it all together. It is not fucking complicated. It is so simple, not always easy, but that's where a coach comes in. That's where a community of like-minded men comes in. The more support you have through this, the easier it's gonna be, but I promise you, it's not rocket science. Number 1, pick up the fucking fork. Number 2, structure your day to make this easier to actually conquer. Number 3, fucking recover, like actually sleep, prioritize yourself. And number 4, track everything so you actually know what you're doing. Very simple, 4 steps. Let me know if I can dial any of this in for you. If you have any questions whatsoever, leave them below or DM me. Either way, I will get back to it. I'm actually catching up with my DMs today, so I will be back on track. No one, I probably have DMs I haven't answered in like 2 or 3 weeks, which is horrible. I've been very busy, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll break down anything that I need to further, but yeah, not the prettiest presentation, but fucking works. I'll see you boys next time. Make sure, as always, you are becoming more.